Is November the 19th, Wednesday. This is for Patrick Fitzgerald. I've been writing you for 2 years and you won't answer nothing. I sent you letters proving that Lake County's been abusing their power and Mr. Waller. And I showed you that it's a legalized slave trade unit there. And you still won't respect my constitutional civil rights. Mr. Waller denied me due process and equal protection. And he knew I was making a movie. You went to North Chicago. You did your little grandstand. There you go with Mr. Delaney. Mr. Delaney's the one that filed the false police report and lied on the indictment papers. And you standing there right next to him. Y'all like partners in crime. Judge Foreman was the judge. And Michael Waller, Judge Foreman. Judge Foreman had something to do with stealing that $15,000 from me back in '86. You ain't do nothing about that. You got knowledge of public officials doing wrong. And you gallivanting around smiling in their faces. I've been following you for, like I said, we've been doing this for 2 years. I got letters to prove I wrote you. I got mail receipts, everything. You received a pamphlet on June 13th. You ain't responded to it. You won't respond to none of my letters and none of my mail. I've been writing you while I was in jail. I sent you like 10, 15 letters trying to get you to investigate this. You ain't do nothing. But you the U.S. Justice Department. You supposed to investigate public officials when they doing wrong. You investigated that case in Chicago when the Chicago police beat that man in that wheelchair. You need to give me the same justice. Michael Waller knew I didn't commit a bomb threat. Michael Waller refused to press charges on Bobby Thompson for attempted murder. There's no statute of limitation on attempted murder. And that issue needs to be addressed. I'm a citizen. And I filed the charges. And he got them. Now to keep me from filing my charges or keep from prosecuting, they'll lock me up. You know about the Armenian Mafia and Robert Sabanjan Sr. Go through your history. Anton Vargas. Anton Vargas was the Attorney General then. U.S. Attorney General then. Gave him plenty of information. If you go check his records, you might find some of the stuff I'm telling you. I showed you judges. I showed you police officers that are corrupt. You got cops in there. You got the video. They got the video. You need to do something about this because this is a political issue. And you need to prosecute these people for the crimes that they committing. Your name is Patrick Fitzgerald. You are a U.S. Justice Department attorney. That's Mr. Fred Foreman. Right there behind you. You need to address that issue. Tom Delaney needs to be arrested for filing a false police report and lying on an indictment. The Waukegan New Sun needs to be held accountable for their propaganda that they spread. They lied about me on January 31st. They lied about me on December 24th. I never committed a bomb threat. A white man did it on January 31st, and they didn't print an apology to me. I asked them to print an apology, and since they didn't, I was coming home December the 24th to sue them. You need to check the evidence and see that tape. You need to do your job, because I'm going to hold you accountable for your inactions. Kerry Kagwa, Obama's secretary, got a pamphlet. Both of y'all got pamphlets, and both of y'all supposed to be defending my civil and constitutional rights against injustice. That's your job. You did Tony Resco. You need to start with Waukegan, Illinois. You need to start with them people right there. This is going to turn into Operation Greylord if you do your job right. I got all the information for you. All you got to do is investigate. That's all you got to do is investigate. I got everything on paper. I got witness statements. I got everything I need. Videos. You seen them. And you still refuse to defend my civil and constitutional rights. Putting this tape, sending it to the president, Justice Department. Everybody gonna get a copy of this. Told you, this is Shorty's Underground. This is how Frederick Douglass, Desmond Tutu, Stephen Biko, Nelson Mandela. This is what they did to get their cause heard in the public eye. You use the newspaper, Tom Delaney, to destroy my character and to color me crazy. Crazy people can't do what I do. I'm gonna drive you crazy though with the truth. Judge Foreman, Judge Boris, Judge Bridges, Judge Rossetti, Judge Phillips. Man, y'all selling justice in Lake County, and I can prove it. And you need to be held accountable for your actions. This concludes my taping for the day. You'll be getting this in the mail.